What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This reading is going to be about manifestation. But before we get into that, I just want to point a word of the day for you guys, just to see what is a word that you can keep in the back of your head as you go through things, or even things that are occurring, right? So your word today is acceptance, acceptancy. You could be learning not to maybe accept certain things from people, or even expect, right? You can even look at expectancy. Oh yes, see, I didn't even read all the way expectancy. So you could be learning the skill of not to accept certain things from people, like acceptancy. So it's like, okay, like acceptancy is like accepting something. I think of it like expecting, right? I see this word today as expecting. So you could be learning the skill of not expecting too much out of somebody. That's not like, of course, your significant other and things like that. But it could be in like a lot of times we often get discouraged when if you're expecting people to do certain things for you in life as an adult. So a lot of times you can get discouraged because that's just how we are as humans. Like we expect certain things that we give, but not everybody's the same as you. Love is not always reciprocated. You know what I mean? So when I look at this word, I have a feeling to tell you guys: try not to expect a lot of things from people that you give. Just because you give a lot of love, don't mean you're gonna receive it from them. Now, when it comes on to a significant other and your lover, in that terminology, you do definitely want to be expecting to receive that same love connection. And if you're not giving that, if they're not giving you, then they're not really in love with you. You know what I mean? But when it comes on to other people outside your household, try not to expect out of them, because even though you guys are family, as an adult, they see you as doing for yourself. Therefore, because they see that you should be able to do for yourself, then when they need assistance or whatever, you should still feel the same way at the end of the day. You gotta kind of reciprocate what they give to you. Otherwise, you're gonna be hurt in the end. You know what I mean? So always keep that level-headed mind when it comes on to people outside of your relationship. You know what I mean? Or if you have a relationship, or if you're even single, then keep that in mind in general, right? You wanna give what you receive. Like if you're giving, of course, I'm not saying go around hate somebody that's hating you and keep down your heart, but if they're showing you some type of energy, try not to give love back, because all that's doing is just draining you and it's pushing them. You know what I mean? But expectancy is your message. This can also correlate on a positive note. You could be expecting a few things in your life now. You know what I mean? From doing certain things in life and you've been working hard, you've now going into a concept of receiving. You can be expecting good things to come out of good deeds, right? The universe is a boomerang effect. You give good, you receive good. You give bad, you receive bad. So it just depends on how you've been living your life and how the choices you've been making. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys are not making selfish choices. Like there's people in the world that would give up little kids and all that for their selfish reasons. Like they'll go and sell over kid trafficking for a couple $1,000s to pay the rent. That's selfish. You know what I mean? You put somebody else's life in jeopardy for your own self. For your own self. So there's a deeds that come back in tenfold. When it comes on the universe, they send negative things back to that person 10 times. I don't know, whatever they might go through. Their family members get popped off, all of that craziness. There's a lot of stuff that happens when people do negative things behind closed doors that we don't know about. So while we're thinking it's just a coincidence, it's not. People do craziness, and then they get that craziness back to them. And sometimes they could do one thing and they'll get that same bad thing for time after time, just to prove a point. Like, the universe don't play. So ensure you guys are making necessary decisions based on just like what you want to be done to you. You know what I mean? It's always better to be on the good side of the fence, where it's like, okay, people do you wrong, fine. You know what I'm saying? People trying to burn bridges with you. I was talking to my wife last night, and we was talking about that. And people will try to burn bridges with you, right? And I said, well, look, just take away the bridge. You know what I mean? If you build something up with somebody and they don't see it, you feel me, and they want to disrespect you, I don't need you in my life. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna disrespect me, you're gonna make it seem like I need you. I don't. You feel me? You don't need nobody but yourself. So if somebody's coming in your life trying to disrespect you and trying to bring down your energy and trying to ruin your day, or saying things and not thinking about what they're saying, but just saying things because they feel like they got a mouth and they feel like they got a voice, they ain't got an opinion in your life. So when it comes down to your life, and if somebody's trying to, intervene in that and try to give their personal opinions, you can nip that right in the butt. And also, they'll basically burnt the bridge. So you might as well just take away the hill bridge. You ain't gotta come over this side. You feel me? So that's how I say, like, because there's no point in having family, friends, relationships, all that if people are headaches and people are constant nagging and constant negativity. There's no point in that. It ain't gonna build you. That's gonna make you depressed and get you in a slump. So you don't want that. You wanna reach the sky. So you ain't got time for that. You might as well like start taking away those type of people, or start just saying hi and bye to folks and just keep pushing. But it's gonna be manifestation for this reading, for this morning read. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Let's put that right there. Okay, guys. Here we go. This is the manifestation for you guys. See what comes out for us. What message got for us, Spirit? So the first one we have is trust all will be well. Right? This is like putting your faith in the hands of the universe. I understand that, let me tell you something. Things go the way that I can tell you guys, I was kicked out of my mom's house at 18, right? It hurt at 18, but at 22, 4 years goes by, I've traveled, I have my own apartment, I've been married, so even though that hurt at the moment, at the time, and it still kind of wonders me to this day, but I always reflect on that moment when I want to go through something. I always reflect on that moment that I've made it out of that situation, so there's no way that I can't make it out of others. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just gotta trust the progress. Sometimes it feels like the world's against you. It might be. You might be preaching some real stuff. People might not want you to talk like that. They might want you to dumb shit down. You feel me? You might be speaking some real stuff, and sometimes the world's against that. But keep it going. Everybody's got the group out there, and it's like your lover. You're probably gonna go through relationships before you find your true love. Everybody's gonna have somebody out there for them. Everybody's always gonna have somebody that resonates with them, either be old or young. It doesn't really matter what age, but there's always gonna be people out there that resonate with what you're providing. Typically, we think that our family and our friends are our best interests, and really they're just there. You feel me? It doesn't, like a family, like they say you can't change family, that's exactly what it is. It's like they're just family. You feel me? They're just blood related. They're just in the group, but they're not always gonna have your best interest. So you're gonna feel like the world's against you. People don't support you. Just trust that process, because that's one of the best situations in my eyes nowadays. Because it's like, imagine somebody that didn't really get the support system and things like that, and they just make it. Like, that's beautiful. That's a motivation story to any young person or any old person that's trying to do something in their life, and they feel like everything is going to shit. You feel me? That's an exact story that I would seek after and be like, okay, cool. If they did it, I can do it. So just trust your progress. You can definitely make moves to change certain situations for sure. You know what I mean? You could start certain things, like if you're a stay-at-home mom, and you could start a YouTube channel. You could look into different websites. You could talk about your situation. Everybody's got a voice. You know what I mean? There's plenty of opportunities out here. Everybody's gotta say, spread the knowledge. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. So if you as a young parent and you say, well, you can't work because you got kids and all that, spread the knowledge on YouTube. You don't know how much other people need to hear what you gotta say. Now, I would rather people spread knowledge, because look, we could say spread physical work, like, oh, everybody goes to work, everybody goes to be construction workers and all this, but guess what? Without a construction worker knowing what to do, he can never build a house. So knowledge comes first before any physical thing. So I encourage you guys to be spreading knowledge, researching on knowledge, and make sure that you're constantly educating yourself and constantly reflecting on your situations so that you can find a better outcome each and every time. That's what I be trying to do. I be just trying to like now I think I'm got it. You feel me? I'm got it done. But before I was just trying to find myself. Like, you feel me? Find what I'm good at. What can I speak on? What things can I learn more information on? You feel me? And I'm just trying to spread knowledge. Like, I feel like everybody's got that skill to step into your power. I don't know whatever your power is, right? But I want you to step into it. Practice these daily things, like whatever career choice you're trying to get, whatever the case is. I don't know what your dreams and journeys are, but whatever it is, make sure you guys are practicing those things. You know what I mean? Enhancing your abilities. You know, sharpening the blade. You guys already know these terminologies. These are the type of things that you want to make sure that you're doing in any sort of way. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be, whether it's researching on this topic, whether it's practicing it with your loved or your friends and family, just like rehearsing it on if you're like a lawyer and you're just like practicing it. I don't know, right? But what I can say is, you know, just certain things that you can do to just sharpen your skills. And I want you guys to reflect on these things. If you're a sidekick, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily about like, when it comes to a sidekick, just kind of reflect on all your past, know your side. A lot of times when you got this everybody's got a spiritual side, but people tend to use spiritual sides for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? You have people that would rather, like I said, sacrificing. Like I said in the beginning of the video, people would rather sacrifice somebody's well-being for their well-being. You know, and that's using your powers and using your resources for the wrong reasons. You knew you had a connection, or they knew they had a connection with this mafia or whatever the case is. So they set up a little boy or a little girl to get slaughtered for the mafia. Like, you feel me? Just because they didn't have money to pay the rent, so now the mafia gave them money as a sacrifice or whatever. So, like, I ain't saying it for the mafia specifically or wherever they're from, but I'm just saying the word mafia. Y'all know what that's. Y'all know what that's associated with. So, people run around her like mafias. Like, they run around her. You feel me? Doing craziness and putting other people's lives at risk. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, somebody's got to say it. Like, you feel me? So, you know what I mean? I definitely believe in action versus more action versus talking, but at the same time, like I said before, you can't move unless you know your next move, right? It's like you're playing chess in the world, you know? So think before you move. But step into your powers, just sharpen those skills that you've been enhancing, or even things that you want to achieve, or even moments. Like sometimes you start an activity just to get that, just to pick up those skills. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing therapy at one point. Now my tolerance level done went up, my maturity level done went up. So it's like you use your mind more. And I was prior to that, I was working in a grocery store where I had to use my physical body more, but I also had to think and kind of move strategically because I was part-time shifting. Somehow I was able to end up with 60 hours a week. So it's like, I want you guys to take note of that and know that you gotta think about certain situations before they occur, right? But sometimes in your life there's gonna be different phases. There's gonna be different times where it's like, okay, I'm working at this specific job, but what can I extract from the job? You know what I mean? That's what really matters. Attend to the details. This could be like little things, right? I know, like, for example, I'm got like a couple things I want to do in the mornings, right? I'm gonna do a reading. I want to say summaries. I do reading, go do some training and all of that. When I attend to the details of my life, I look at it like time, like the little things that we don't really see or don't really hit us in the face. Like, for an example, if I sat on my fan for 30 minutes before I did anything, I just procrastinated, right? I'm still got to get work done, but I just procrastinated. So now that time that I just wasted is not going to hit me in the face and say, yo, what are you doing? It's not going to say nothing. It just keeps going. That time just keeps ticking like nothing. Like, it ain't mad at me if I waste it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be mad at me for wasting my time. The time doesn't be mad at nobody. They just keep going, right? So attending to these small details for me is like watching the time. Like, okay, cool. Let me. I only have this amount of time to do what I gotta do. So let me go ahead and handle my business so that way I'm in the lines of the time. And those are the small things in life that really matter because see, 30 minutes don't mean nothing until you can't get something done. So once you can't get something done, now that 30 minutes turns into a chaos because you're like, man, I coulda did it. Now you regret it. Feel me? So look at the little things you do in your life, right? Look at these small things you do, and just the small things of like, even if it's your crush or whatever, like just sending them some good messages in the morning. You never know. You just never know. Those small little things do matter because people are so focused on the big things, we forget about the small little gestures in life. You know, you walk into a bank, you see everybody. I like to just speak. You know what I mean? Even if you don't know people, like just the small things in life really take you a long way. You know what I mean? And it makes you feel good too. Like if you got a good soul, you know what I'm talking about. It feeds your good soul. You know what I mean? I would say help people. I don't want you guys thinking you gotta help people to feel good about yourself, but you can do small gestures like speak to people and spread a little love, spread a little kindness, spread a little respect. You know that goes a long way, not just for them but for yourself, right? What other message I got for spread? Next we have is think it through. I was speaking on this earlier. Before you start something, you always want to think about it. You gotta use that brain of yours. What been given a great brain? You know what I mean? This brain it takes in information, database. It has filters. Like I don't know if y'all seen that SpongeBob clip where he was like scrambling and like in his brain and it was like a fire. And I'm not saying your brain has a fire in it, but I'm saying like there's like many workers working in your brain with filters. That's why it's called memory. So you have like a cell phone. You put all of these memories in your brain. So it's like you got all of these craziness going on with your human body, but in a good way. You know what I mean? All these characteristics help you for survival skills. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, let me tell you something, right? A lot of times you'll have people that say they're struggling, but they do the same thing on repeat. Right? That's my only thing that people was not tapped in. The whole reason why we're surviving beings, the whole reason why humans are like, of course, the biggest. Even though we're probably not the smartest, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. It's probably elephants or something that's probably smarter than humans. But humans have the capability of taking over the animal kingdom because we got, you know what I'm saying? We got way more other things going on, like, you know, dominance, and it's just craziness, like tool making, all of that. Elephants ain't gonna make no tools. They're using the natural stuff. You know, fortunately and unfortunately, we gonna make guns and all of that. So, you know, just thinking how the human, you know, moves. When back in the ancient days, I ain't want to speak on it. Truthfully, I'm not gonna say this is facts, but what I can think of is if humans was getting attacked by a lion or something, right? Somebody had to have the brains to make a contraption of like a life-threatening tool with a little blade to the end to decide to kill the lion. You know what I mean? To kill the lion. So that's called evolution. You know what I'm saying? That little transition. And my thing that I don't understand when people when it comes on to thinking their life through, they will go and make the same mistake that they already made, and they're not. But see, everybody's so fast. They're just trying to live life. No, you gotta think about life first. Just chill, like, feel me? Think about it. You got with somebody that feel me? They hung out in bars. You're gonna go to another bar and go get with another person and then make another baby, like, or not have enough sources to take care of. They already say it takes a village to make a child. Why go in? And it's not even just about babies. This could be other things as well. You have people that hang on the corners, like something good's gonna come out of that. Like, I want you guys to really think about that stuff, like, because let me tell you something. Living life is not about living life and just doing what you want. That's not what living life is. Living life is just moving more with your brain than anything. Like, yo, like, because you put yourself in better positions. Not talking about, you could even scratch finances. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about survival skills in general. You know, it's these small ones that last longer. You know, it's these small ones that get to live and enjoy life, not just live for the moment and then wake up with a hangover and now they feel terrible. You know what I mean? So you're not trying to live for the moment. You're trying to enjoy life to the fullest. You're not trying to put yourself in predicaments that's going to And it's just little simple things that you can do. Little simple things you just know, right? It just comes natural. Right on that shit I got for us, right? So think it through before you begin anything, even any situation. Like, of course you want to move your heart and move what you truly love and enjoy, but make sure you guys are thinking through it. Friends that you keep, they're not friends if you haven't seen this person 24 hours. Like, you don't know what that person's been up to, so the acquaintance is at that point. So just keep in mind these little skills that we learned throughout this channel, and I promise you your life will turn out a lot better than it would have, right? Because these little things. Take inspired action. This is like what I'm doing to you guys. I'm talking to you guys. And then vice versa, if I was watching you guys on YouTube and y'all were talking to me, telling me some game, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it because it's inspired, right? It's inspiring, and I'm going to take action with it. But it comes down to that, all I'm saying is, if somebody's telling you something and it's authentic, like I'm not out here telling you guys to wear a black shirt if I'm wearing a gray shirt. I'm not going to be a hypocrite to you guys and tell you things that I don't do anyway or I don't seek anyway. But if what I'm saying makes sense to you guys, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense is avoiding it and saying and acting like it don't exist. Acting like people don't sacrifice people for their own well-being. Acting like people don't sacrifice people for the feeling of feeling bad about themselves. You have a lot of egotistic people out there, you feel me? And they would rather destroy your happiness to be happy. There's a lot of negativity in this world, just as positive. But guess what? You can't have negative or positive. You can't have positive or negative because they balance each other out. You see, you would never know what a sunny day is unless you experience a rainy day. That's why God has put this orders in place. Like, that's unfortunately that, but you know, it's supposed to be all Hakuna Matata. We're all supposed to just enjoy our lives and all that. But like I said, some people don't know how to go through the rain and just enjoy it. I like to work out in the rain. I love that. Like, it just feels better. Like, you feel like you're accomplished. Unfortunately, you got a lot of people that haven't had to go through that nothing as a kid. So that's why you see a lot of these people acting out as adults, because they don't have to go through nothing as a kid. So then when the adult life hits, they're like, man, I didn't go through that. Why am I going through that now? So a lot of people is not prepared to go through the struggle. You know what I'm saying? You're probably the one, the jam. That's you gotta be you gotta be within the consistent longevity. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's not willing to do that. But take inspired action. If I'm saying something that's, you know, resonating with you, start to think about your life. You know what I mean? Start to think about things that you could do to come out of that. Reflect on your priorities is your next card. And this is so crazy because, like I said, I believe in thinking back on your life. Every time you go to sleep, or if you have a little time, a little 5 minutes, just think about your life. Talk about your life with your lover or your friend or whatever. Like, just say like, man, like, or to yourself, like, yo, I did this, I did that. And then what happens is you're reflecting on your whole life. Now, when it comes on reflecting your priorities, once you realize where you stand at in life and where you realize, like, for an example, one of my priorities is YouTube. I'm gonna give you guys a personal example. I could have been like, oh, I'm gonna do like 10 videos a day, you know what I mean? But that's unrealistic because doing that every single day will burn you out, right? Or I could prioritize in a better way that's gonna allow me to be able to do it every day, 7 days a week, 12 months a year. Where I could be like, I got at least post one video. I got 3 timings throughout the day, mornings, afternoons, and nights. So let me just go ahead and prioritize it that way, where I can put one video. Because if I want to at least get one video, and it's good that I get 2, and it's great that I get 3, and if I spread those out versus trying to do them back to back, or versus trying to do multiple, I can get them done easier and more efficient. And that's just prioritizing things. You know what I mean? That makes sense. Like, just certain things. Like, I don't know if you guys got kids or things like that, but just prioritizing things that matter first. Like, put the things that matter first. Like, another example is, after this, I will go training. So before I used to go, I tried, at one point you're gonna go through these situations in life where you're not really knowing what to do, whatever, but as you go through these situations, you're gonna figure it out along the way. Like, I first, I wake up in the morning, I'll train first before I do reading. Train first, take a shower, then do a reading, then eat breakfast, all that craziness, right? Now it's just simple. get up in the morning because I don't have to get a shower. Like, see, when I went training, I wouldn't have to get a shower to do a reading. You feel me? So now because I didn't get up and go training, I don't have to now get fresh to come in here and do a reading because I just got up in the morning. I'm already fresh. Come in here and do a reading. You see what I'm saying? So there's little details will like change your whole life around. It will make it so much easier. Especially yesterday, I went ahead. I did a video, then I trained. Like it was like in the afternoon. Did a video, then I trained, then I. You know what I'm saying? I ate some lunch and I took a nap. Like, feel me? And so, if I would have trained first, if I would have trained first, then tried to do a video, I'd have been tired because after my training, I'd have been tired and I'd have been on her drowsy. You feel me? So, and I wouldn't my edit would probably be on point because I'm sleepy. Like, I don't want to be sleepy during the video. But, yeah, reflect on your priorities, whatever you got going on, right? All right, what else we got, Spirit? What else we got? Okay, we gotta go deeper. So this just could be reflecting on just, really thinking about it. You know what I mean? Really, and like, let me tell you guys, right? You're not gonna find that you're not gonna have these situations where you just get it one time. You're gonna have situations where it takes a little minute. Sometimes it takes different events to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. And going deeper is just that, right? Going deep within yourself and realizing where you stand at, what you enjoy, what you love to do, and things like that. Sometimes God will bless you in different situations that allow you to do the things you want to do, right? Regardless of the finance stability. And I want you guys to seek within yourselves what is it that you truly want to do when those moments hit. For an example, for me, we was able to be financially stable a couple months ago where I was able to start YouTube. You know what I mean? Fortunately, also for me, I found what I truly love to do, which is teach and love to encourage others and motivate others. I was gonna start a workout channel, but I was like, I don't really do that. I started it, but it's like, what am I providing to you that you can't provide for yourself at that point? What value am I bringing to your life? I'm just doing workout videos, and you probably know you're somebody that likes working out, so I could hit way more people with your knowledge. I could hit way more people with giving out knowledge, because at the end of the day, it's like you don't really have a lot of you have people giving knowledge, but everybody's giving knowledge at some given point. You just gotta read between the lines. But for me, I'm like, if I'm not going to go full on extent with the any other thing on YouTube, like the workout channels or whatever, if I'm not willing to do all that and then go get a gym and all that, to me, I was like, I have to go deep within myself and just ask myself, like, what is something that I will constantly do every day, not get tired of doing it? Because it's like, even with working out, I can go do a workout video, but I still gotta actually do my physical workout. I just can't do a workout video in a day because I won't feel good about myself. I need to be able to do my specific workout that I've been sticking to, my routine that I've been sticking to. So that kind of would have hindered that, and I would have to do more work because I had to do a video, and But in this case, that's why I say it's enjoyable to do things you love to do while you get to do them as a career choice. Because in this case, I love to do this. I'm getting to teach. I'm getting to learn knowledge as I teach knowledge, and that's what life's about. You know what I mean? It's all about learning as you go. You're not gonna know all the answers one time, but learn as you go. And this amazing platform like YouTube, where we speak our mind, I can go ahead. I can, I can, teach you guys what I've learned. So I think each one teach one, and then see if I see one of you guys' videos, or I see one of you guys in person, or I hear about one of you guys' stories, and then I learn from it too. You know what I mean? And then the learning aspect, you just gotta implement that in your life, your daily life, so that you can go ahead and move forward with whatever it is that you gotta do, right? So go deep within yourself and just ask yourself certain questions that can kind of resonate with what you want to be in life. And if the opportunities came, how would you? What would you choose if you was able to be financially free, not have to worry about how much money you make in whatever career? What would you choose to do? All right. Let's see. So the next one we have is breathe through the tension. right? Take a mini break. The tension could be where you work at, your family, your friends, your lover. It's always going to be tension at some given point. I don't care how perfect the relationship is. I don't care how perfect your family is, how perfect your friends are, how perfect your job is, how perfect yourself is. You even gonna have tension against yourself. Sometimes you be doing things, you have negative thoughts about it, like, am I doing it right? See, that's tension. So you're always gonna have those little situations where that tension is gonna build up, and you gotta kind of breathe through it, relax, take your time. It's okay. It's normal. You feel me? It's normal to have those type of thoughts. It's normal. In fact, that's probably not even your thoughts. It's probably the devil's thoughts when it comes on to all these dark thoughts you be having in your brain. Like, you gotta work through that type of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? That stuff's normal. It happens. It's not really normal, but it's like, if it happens, nothing we just gotta work through it and breathe through it. You know what I mean? Take a deep breath now and then. You gotta just embrace life. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Just embrace life, not focusing, not semi or micro focus on these small. On you want to focus on the small details that apply, but you worrying about, oh, my thoughts. Oh man, like, imagine you doing an activity. You're fixing a pipe or something. You're a plumber. Let's just say this is a good. I want you to generalize it across the board to whatever you do, right? Whatever you enjoy doing, as what they say. There's a song called "Buy Dirt." I forgot the lyrics. I'm so sorry. But if you guys go, I forgot the name of who sung it. And I don't want to get the name wrong. So if you guys look up "Buy Dirt," you'll understand the song. And he says, "Do what you love, but call it work." You can do what you love and you can call it work. Because in fact, that would actually help you to stay more focused in it. Because now you know this is something that has to be done versus something I want to be done. No, this is something I'm gotta do, and I want to do it. Even though I'm gotta do it, I still want to do it, right? So doing what you love. Just think of anything that you love, right? I'm gonna use a plumber for an example. You got some twisted thought about quitting the job site or whatever. Nah, just do the job. Like, you feel me? You're gonna get those thought processes in your head from the devil and all these craziness and all that. But guess what? Just finish your job. The thoughts disappear. You know what I mean? But yeah, breathe through the tension and everything like that. That's gonna conclude the reading for you guys. Remember, you could be expecting either two things for the expectancy. Either you could be expecting things, or actually, don't really expect too much things out of certain people if they're showing you things already in the past. And also, you could be expecting new things from these situations that we've been discussing today on this video. I thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video.